The Hulk just punched through time itself. But how and why? Well, that's what we're here to talk about today. It all started in The Incredible Hulk number 135. Now, this is a really old comic book. We're talking 1982, a time when Hulk was still green and not yet a movie star. Anyway, in this issue, Hulk was up against Kang the Conqueror, a villain with a big ego and an even bigger army. And Kang was actually able to trap Hulk in the past using a special device called the Time Gate. Now, this wasn't the first time Hulk had been trapped in the past. In fact, it had happened a few months prior in issue number 128. And if you want the whole story, you'll have to check out my video on that one. But to sum it up, Hulk ended up in a world full of dinosaurs and primitive humans. And after smashing a few things, he eventually found his way back to the present day. Or so he thought. In issue number 135, Kang decided to make things a little more difficult for the Hulk by trapping him even further back in time, specifically in a Cretaceous jungle. Again, Hulk smashed a few things, fought some dinosaurs, and then just kinda hung out for a few pages. You know, just your standard day in the life of the Hulk. But then something interesting happened. As Hulk is walking through the jungle, he comes across a river and decides to take a little swim. And while he's swimming, he sees a bunch of fish and gets an idea. He thinks to himself, maybe I should catch some fish and eat them. Now, fish are pretty easy to catch, but the problem is they're not very tasty unless you have a certain cooking technique. But luckily, Hulk remembers a Native American tribe from his previous visit to the past, a tribe that had a particular fondness for fish, and fish was pretty easy, so Hulk figured he'd just stop by, say hello, and see if they could cook him some fish. But when he arrived, he found the village deserted. It turns out the tribe had gone out fishing, which meant only one thing. Hulk was going to have to catch his own dinner. So he did. He caught a bunch of fish and started a fire and cooked them over the flames. But as Hulk sat there eating his fish, he started to get a little angry. He realized that he might be stuck in the past forever. No more SHIELD helicarriers, no more Blonsky tanks, no more Betty Ross, no more hamburgers. All he had was a bunch of angry dinosaurs and a one-way ticket to extinction. And that made him really, really mad. So as the sun began to set, Hulk did the only logical thing he could think of. He threw a punch. Now this wasn't just any punch. This was the impossible punch. A punch so powerful it tore through space and time itself. A punch that allowed Hulk to travel to any point in history that he wanted. And let me tell you, it was glorious. If you want to read this comic, it's pretty easy to find. It's collected in an old Marvel compilation called The Incredible Hulk, The Dinosaur Here Comes Trouble. So what do you think? Did you enjoy the time Hulk punched through time? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, check out these other videos, all of which are guaranteed to entertain and educate. Just click on one of the links, and then click on another one, and then another one, and then another one. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.